Hey guys, welcome back. It is November 1st. I'm in North Dakota. Got a couple more hours of driving and we'll be at our destination. We're headed west for some whitetail rut action. Sam's already out there. I'm anxious to get there, so just stopped and grabbed some gas and food. We'll give you more details when we get there. Alright guys, it's November 2nd now. We made it out to the cabin last night. We actually got a couple hours of sleep this year, which is pretty unusual. We're kind of putting a game plan together. We got some goofy wind right away this morning. We're going to do a kind of an observation sit. We're not going to get too far into it. I sit on the ground this morning somewhere. We still haven't made up our mind where, but we're going to get a couple trail cam sets. Sam's out here for just this morning. He's got to head back for the weekend and then come back out Sunday afternoon and then hunt through the week. So we don't have much to report from North Dakota this year, really. We were supposed to come out beginning of September. We came out August to scout. We set up trail cameras thinking we were going to be back beginning of September, and we never made it. I got strep. Sam had something going on. I don't remember what, but
busy.
It just didn't work out for we usually do an opener trip and never made it. So we're doing all our planning, all our game planning right now today.
And based off past history.
Yeah, so there's a lot of funnels and pinch points out here, which is good. So it narrows the deer down. So we base a lot of stuff off that, but figure out what we can in the first couple of days the best we can without spooking everything out, and maybe be a little more aggressive with the right wind, get as close to bedding as we can, and go from there. So we don't have as many days this year, so let's see what we can figure out. Alright guys, so we didn't actually sit very long this morning. It wasn't feeling right. So we're gonna go get the blind set up. We're getting everything figured out, getting all our ducks in a row, and hopefully get one down. Morning number 2. Back in the ground blind. Really quiet morning, no wind. It just started raining a little bit for some cover noise. No action yet this morning, but sit it out as long as we can. Then we're gonna go, wind's gonna switch a little bit. We're gonna grab a stand, get back into their bedding, get close and personal with them. Maybe rattle one up, we'll see. Well guys, night number 2. I won't lie, I'm not very optimistic. I got back here, right near where they're bedding, set up a stand, made all kinds of noise. Now the wind's ripping, but before it wasn't. I don't know, I almost pulled the pin and went to do something else, but I don't know where all these bucks have gone. I didn't see anything this morning. And there's no fresh rubs, no fresh scrapes. Everything's 2-3 weeks old.
Back at the cabin going over the footage. Obviously pretty disappointed. He stopped on his own there right behind that tree. I had a clear shot of his vitals from my angle, but I was expecting him to come into that opening where I had the camera pointed, but then when he stopped behind the tree, I didn't know if the camera was on him or not. When I was drawn back, and I figured it was, and then I just never settled my pin. Shot way over him. I also noticed in the footage that stupid tree branch was stuck in my wheel. I don't know if that had something to do with it. I'm sure it didn't help, so learn from it. Really disappointing, but is what it is. I guess nothing I can do about it now, so we'll learn from it.
We're up on this knob glassing. It was real slow to start. Snow was coming down real heavy, actually. Fog was rolling in, but one little buck was chasing a doe this morning. We just spotted another buck. And we also spotted 3 does and a really big buck up on top of the hill. We currently don't know where they went, but we're hoping they work this way. We're gonna wait a little bit and see if they come. I mean, he's not huge, but he's outside the ears, I think, a little bit. Well, if we watch him bed, I'll shoot him. Oh, there's all kinds of deer coming down the hill. Oh, this might be a fight. That would be so sweet. They're coming at each other right now. Here we go. They're 2 pretty comparable bucks. Here we go. Oh, he's posturing. They're gonna fight. They're gonna fight. No way. No, they're just walking by. No, I don't know. Oh, he's circling. Yep. He's going to go check that doe out. There are bucks everywhere right now. You see the big buck? Yeah, this one's a nice one that's just standing there. He's tall. God, actually, I see another deer. In between the trees. Yep, I see him. There's deer on top of that hill like crazy. What? Does. There's 3 does up on that hill, and that buck's coming up there too. Oh, big one's coming over the hill. He's just got his antlers showing. He just poked over. I can just see his antlers. Now he just dropped back down. That's another buck. There's 2 bucks there. They're both nice, but the back one's big. Where are they? Right to the left of that tree. Oh, here he comes. He's big. Oh, he's big. He's big. He's big, and he's coming this way. Oh, yeah.
Is it recording?
Yes. Oh, I can see his horns still. They're coming down here, Joseph.
Where?
I feel like we should get down there.
I want us to be able to see. Do you think we should get here or loop around?
He's just staring there in all his majestic glory. Here he comes. He's coming right down that cattle path. He's pushing a doe. He's got a hot doe. I want to say they're going to go to the pines.
I do too, but then we shouldn't move. Oh, he's in that brush now. Check our wind. I lost him. Oh, I see a deer. That's a buck right there. He's gonna do something. He went in the river. He's right there. He's coming that same trail. Shoot. Gosh darn it, there he goes. He's gone. There's like an invisible barrier that they will not cross. Yeah, almost to the end of the trees. Oh, now I ran. Man, that's a nice buck. It must be our wind. Oh man, he's bucking it. No, look at this. They're gonna fight. They're gonna fight. Right here. Here it goes. Yep, they're fighting. They're locked up. They're locked up hard. You can't miss. Oh man. That's too. I think we gotta get down there. Let's go. Alright guys, we saw some amazing action this morning. There was clearly a hot doe in there and some really big bucks in there. One super tanker and a couple other really big ones. But what was happening is, even though we were constantly checking wind, our wind must have circled around and been blowing down to one spot, because we had, I believe, 5 deer lock up at one spot and turn around and go back. There was that one buck that you saw did come, but he was just chasing off another buck, so they blew right through it. But even on his way back, he stopped. He must have got our wind a little bit too, which, according to the puffer, it wasn't going right by him. But something was wrong, so we got out of there. We've now snuck around to the backside, and we don't want to push it. We don't have a lot of wind today. We got some crunchy snow, so we're trying to just play it safe. But we're going to see if we can find out if they're still in there, or we might set up on the very outside edge of kind of where they were and hope they filter through tonight. But we're going to go do some investigation, go from there.
Hey guys, a little explanation for tonight. So we tried getting around the backside of those deer, and with all the snow and zero wind today, it was just too loud, too risky. So we backed out. We actually went and checked another piece, or not another piece, just another section where we've hunted in the past, just to make sure or see if there's any activity there. We walked around there. There was not much activity there. And we went and they actually sat back in the blind tonight just for the last hour and a half. Didn't have much time there, but nothing showed up. We didn't even film anything there. It was just kind of a last second deal, but we're kind of putting all the eggs in the basket from this morning. We're gonna go back tomorrow, hope they do the same thing. We have a lot better wind. That'll be a lot more consistent with where we'll be sitting. It'll be a lot better scenario, and then hopefully they keep coming, because all those deer wanted to come towards us, but somehow our wind must have just looped around and halted them up, as you saw in the video. So we're gonna go back in the morning, hope it works out, and if they pile in there and I don't get a shot opportunity, I might stay till Thursday, which would give me the perfect wind to get right in there where they're coming down. But we'll see how tomorrow goes. Alright guys, it's the last morning. The wind is blowing 20 miles an hour. Wind chill is 1 degree. It is cold. We're gonna go in one more time for these bucks we saw yesterday. We got a much better wind. Figure it out once we get there. We don't exactly know where we're gonna sit yet, but hopefully something works out for us this morning. Here we go.
That's a buck. Oh, yes.
Are you serious right now? He's got his nose to the ground. Come on down. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, he's coming towards us. He's coming right at us.
On this side of the bed.
He's coming right at us.
Where is he? Oh, yeah, there he is.
If he stays on this side of the bend, he's coming up here.
Yeah. I would think so. It is. He is consistently walking. He has made it a long way.
I don't even think he's gonna come.
Don't say those things to me. He's almost to the river.
He's coming down.
He's going down. What in the hell?
We need to go see what he's gonna do.
This is where we lose him.
Go. Let's analyze. Oh, we're not gonna be able to analyze this.
I can't see him.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, there he is.
He was down a little and then up. He's doing something weird.
You need to make a move. He's making tracks now. And we have a long way to go.
All right.
To be able to see him again.
Are we gonna go?
I would get down. He's right here. Right. I think my only hope is if I.
All right, just hold on.
My only hope is if I got bottom of heart. I motioned Sam to come over, and right when he was gonna start to come over, I saw the deer. I told him to stop. I was sitting right here. Kinda in the wide open. And he popped up right here. And he turned and he came right up this trail. And I was like this. And as soon as he got behind this juniper, I turned like this. I drew right here. And I fired right between those little things. And I thought that was only 20 yards, but I just ranged it. My arrow's 27 right now. I saw blood coming out of him, but he ran like nothing happened. It was low. I thought the arrow went out the bottom of him. Like I thought it went in and went like straight down. That's what it looked like. That couldn't have worked out any better. He came up a freaking trail that I was sitting on. He came up a road. I mean, he's got all kinds. I thought I was screwed. He came this way. I didn't know. I thought I was screwed. I thought I was gonna be behind him again. I thought he was gonna come up this draw. But no, he turned and came right up this road that I was hiding behind. Perfect tree, perfect cover right here. I drew, and then he stopped right there. I don't know if he heard me draw, but there's no way he could see me. And then he kept coming, raised up. And there's just one little, I was actually too low. I raised up as high as I could, and there's just one little, see, my arrow's actually below where he was standing.
There you go.
There's a drop of blood.
Drop?
A tiniest little speck.
Okay, well.
There's more tiny little specks. Hey guys, it's Thursday. I made it back last night about 2 in the morning. I got some sleep, finally showered for the first time in 5 days. I'm doing some laundry. Obviously, we never found my buck from yesterday morning. What ended up happening is, like we talked about, he came in right on that road. I drew back, and when I aimed, I told myself I had to stop him. I told myself to focus on what I was aiming at, and I did. And I put my 20-yard pin right on his heart, pulled the trigger, and everything did right what it was supposed to do, except afterwards I ranged where he was standing. He was actually at 27 yards, and that 7 yards can make a big difference. If I would have just center punched him, it would have been game over. But especially with stopping deer, I usually aim at the heart because then they're alert and aware, and they tend to duck once they hear the bow go off. This one never did, of course. I mean, 2 inches higher, it would have been straight through his heart. But what ended up
ended up happening is it actually went in below his heart, and I don't know if it glanced off the bottom of a rib or what, but it was actually, the arrow was actually laying directly underneath where he was standing. And without the snow on the ground, we tracked him for, oh man, it was probably well over 500 yards. Just pinpricks of blood, not even a teaspoon total. We actually jumped him in his second bed and he took off running just fine. I mean, I watched him right after I shot too, and his tail was up. He was running good. I just didn't feel good about it from the get-go. Didn't seem like a fatal shot. I think he's going to be fine. It is what it is. It's real unfortunate, especially when it should have been a slam dunk. I mean, it happens, I guess, but doesn't make a guy feel any better about it. I mean, we really had actually a good 4.5 days. A lot of what we're hunting down there is travel corridors, narrow travel corridors, pinch points between bedding and where they're coming back from food. That's where we can really pin them down is in those narrow sections. But it just wasn't there. And what we should have realized is that our trail cameras weren't lying. The most recent activity wasn't where we were used to it being. And I wish we would have figured that out right away, but it took us a couple days, especially with me seeing that one buck and having an opportunity out of him. I mean, I should have been done right there and it would have been a great year. It would have been my biggest buck, but not the way it happened. But then after a couple sits, we just weren't seeing the activity we thought we should have been seeing. So we switched it up. We went and sat on that glass and knob, and that's when it all clicked, kind of. Just one of the coolest things I've ever seen in nature and in hunting. I mean, that's one of the things I love so much about hunting and fishing. It's not just killing the buck and catching the fish. It's what you get to see and what you get to experience with a bow in your hand or with a rod in your hand. It's the coolest things I've ever seen and been a part of have been because of hunting and fishing. So still an incredible, I mean, it was 5 days, and to see the caliber of bucks we did all on public land. We don't do any private land. It's not access through private land. This is all, anybody can go out and do it. We definitely had a lot of takeaways from this year. I mean, we gotta be more observant in the future. We gotta put in our time. It was just an off year for us, I guess, but we'll be back at her next year, putting in the time we should. Got a big mess here I gotta clean up. Not looking forward to that, but I gotta get some broadheads sharpened and get ready for this weekend. Gonna hit up some public land in Wisconsin, and hopefully we can make something happen then. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the big buck montage, and next year we're gonna have a big buck on the ground for you guys.